I've been collecting my empties for the past few months, and I'm gonna give you a very detailed review on them so you know if they're worth it or maybe you should skip on them. There's also a couple Korean and Japanese skincare products in here, so if you've been eyeing some of them, watch this before you make that purchase. Oh my god, you have no idea how much I repeated that freaking intro. Oh my god, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Patty. Let's review some empties, shall we? And for reference, I have dry to combination skin, so my T-zone gets a little bit oily sometimes, but the rest of my face is usually dry as fuck. And also a little bit on the sensitive side, especially on this areas. Okay, let's get started. Actually, you know what? Let me just put this hair away because it's irritating me. If you still haven't been using like these like alligator or like crocodile clips, you're missing out because they're so useful. I use it for everything. Let's do skincare first. We'll go over these US based products, then move on to the Asian ones. Okay, so starting from the basics, we have the CeraVe facial foaming cleanser. Honestly, this is just one of those unsexy products that just works. You know what I mean? It's like as basic as you can get, but like it works. Sometimes I go through a phase where I try different cleansers, but I always end up coming back to this because it's not only so affordable, it's just really effective. Like it cleans my face well without making it feel dry, and I also like that it lathers well. It says that it removes makeup, but don't fall for that because it doesn't. But I always double cleanse anyways, and I'll show you what oil cleanser I use later in this video. I also like this one specifically compared to the one that they advertise for dry skin, even though I have dry skin, because I forgot what it's called, but it's the green bottle. That one is way too hydrating. Like it just feels like rubbing lotion on my skin. So is there anything special about it? No, I don't think so. But honestly, we gotta undercomplicate things a little bit because we've been way too overcomplicating things too much. Like in reality, it's just a cleanser. Like it's gonna clean your face. And I don't think cleansers are really the type of products to spend a lot of money on, so this works. Next we have the Kiehls Ultra Pure High Potency Hyaluronic Acid Serum. The brand actually sent this to me in PR to try, and I think it's a great hyaluronic acid serum compared to the other US brands I've tried. Like I've tried most of the popular ones like the Kiehls and the Ordinary and all of that. This is definitely better than those, and it's also a higher concentration. Like this is 1.5. I really like the texture. It's not too sticky and not too tacky, because you know how most hyaluronic acid serums are like usually on that tacky texture, and it actually feels hydrating on my skin, not just like sitting on top of it. You know what I mean? But honestly, I just can't justify paying $35 just for a serum like this, like a basic hyaluronic serum. Like I feel like this step in my routine is not all that important to be paying $35 for. And especially because this ingredient is usually already in like moisturizers and other steps in my routine. So why would I pay $35 for it? Even though technically I'm not paying for it, like I didn't pay for this, but I'm reviewing it in a sense that if I paid for it, you know, because I don't want to recommend it if I'm not willing to pay for it myself. Like that doesn't make any sense. And also, I found a similar, if not better, alternative from a Japanese brand called Hada Labo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's really good. It's very hydrating and it gives you that glowing from within look, and you need very little. Not quite done with it yet, but I'm halfway, and it's also a quarter of the price of that Kiehls one. So I made sure to stock up on this when I visited last year. Anyways, moving on to the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. Now this is amazing for my sensitive skin. It's a gentle exfoliator that doesn't irritate my skin unless I do it really harshly, which I have sometimes, but at that point that's just like my fault, you know? But yeah, it helps brighten my face and smooth it out. I usually use it twice or 3 times a week at night after cleansing. So I use my oil-based cleanser, my CeraVe cleanser, and then this one. This is actually not even empty because it's my second one. And the tub I emptied, I use it to hold my makeup. Where is it? Oh, it's literally this tub. And I feel like First Aid Beauty is just like one of those brands that actually listens to their customers. Like I remember when this first came out, the First Aid Beauty stands were pointing out how wasteful this is, because obviously it's like a one-time use pads. Like I don't want to touch it, but I'll probably show you. But yeah, they were keeping the brand in check, which is good, you know? And then the brand actually reformulated it to be compostable pads, so that's good. Kudos to them for that. So if you're looking for a gentle exfoliator, definitely recommend this one. Next, we have a product I've repurchased so many times. It's the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer with SPF 30. Again, I feel like this is just one of those unsexy products that just works well for me personally, because I'm someone who wants to be as low maintenance as I can. I'm definitely not low maintenance like all the time, but sometimes I do. So I usually like moisturizers with SPF in it, even if it's just like a little bit, because honestly, like, I'm lazy in the morning. Like, at night I can do all the steps, but in the morning I just want to slap something on, you know what I mean? And for those lazy days where I'm just at home, like doing admin work or whatever, like if I'm not by the window, this is all I wear. And I've tried a couple different ones, but for some reason, like, I always end up coming back to this. I don't know, something about it just makes my face look healthy and like plump. But I think it's the ceramides in it, because I noticed like a lot of the skincare products that I like, usually they have different kinds of ceramides in it. And from my understanding, ceramides help strengthen your protective skin barrier, so I feel like she's protected. But obviously I don't only rely on this SPF alone. I'm not crazy, and I'm probably not even applying enough to get that labeled SPF 30. So I apply a separate sunscreen whenever I go out or whenever I'm by the window, like right now. And yes, I literally cut it to get every inch of product out, because this shit is low-key like expensive. This is $25. Like for drugstore skincare products, like that's like on the high end, you know? And like I said, I've repurchased it so many times. I'm using a new bottle right now, like in my bathroom. Speaking of sunscreen, we have this Bliss Blockstar Sheer Liquid Daily Sunscreen SPF 50. Oh my god, that's a handful. Now, if you want a white cast, then get this one, because the white cast is so freaking bad. And this is actually not even empty yet. I think I have maybe about this much. I just used it on my body now just to finish it. But yeah, not gonna waste any more of your time. Just know, don't get this one. I only got it because I like their tinted version. So I was like, let me try this. But it's a huge fail, so. Now let's actually talk about their Blockstar Invisible Daily Sunscreen SPF 30. I feel like I don't hear people talk about this, but it's so good. Like, I really like it. I finished multiple bottles, and I have one I just opened right here. And it's also what I use on my skin today. So I usually use like a sunscreen, and then this, and then like a little bit of concealer, like spot conceal, and then blush. And that's it, like on the daily. I like that it adds another layer of SPF on my face with a very sheer tint. It just like evens out my skin tone, you know? And I can wear it by itself without like having to use the whole shebang, like the bronzer, the contour, or whatever. Like it doesn't make my face look flat to the point that I need to like recolor my face. It's very sheer though, like very little coverage, but I like that it looks natural. I like it for no makeup days, which is usually like every day for me unless I go out. And like I said, this is usually what I'm wearing when I film videos like today. But yeah, I really like it. Go try it out. But actually, if you have oily skin, I don't know if I would recommend this to you, because it has this like waxy finish. Not too much, like it doesn't feel oily to me, but maybe it feels a little bit too much for you. So I don't know, just something for you to be aware of. Okay, so now let's go over some Japanese skincare products. So all of these I actually got in Japan when I visited last year, and we went a little bit crazy on shopping there because the exchange rate was so good. Like these are only like less than $10, I would say. I might be wrong. Also, shameless plug, but my boyfriend and I actually vlogged our trip to Japan. If you want to check that out, we already posted our trip to Hokkaido. I'm gonna link it somewhere here, but I am also posting part 2 and 3 soon. We obviously went to Tokyo and also Osaka and Kyoto, so stay tuned. First, we have this Softymo, I don't know, Softymo Speedy Cleansing Oil. If you've been on TikTok for the past couple months, you've probably seen this because it went kind of viral. And I actually really like it, but I think it's just like a little bit overhyped, like a lot of things that go viral on TikTok. I mean, it's good for like an everyday thing, like light makeup situation, no makeup situation, which is what I usually do anyways, like I said. But if you tend to wear heavy makeup, you probably won't like this. And it's also not great with removing eye makeup, like waterproof mascaras, eyeliners, lash glues, and all that. Like, it's not really the best. I still use my go-to cleansing balm for that. And by the way, going on a tangent here, this is the cleansing balm I use. It's the Green Clean from Farmacy. It's really good. I've used multiple tubs of this too. But anyways, back to this one. What was I saying again? Like, oh, like it's not the best with eye makeup and like waterproof stuff, but what I really like about this one is how easy it removes sebaceous filaments on my nose area. I actually used to think they're blackheads, but they're just sebum that just built up, I guess. But yeah, the TikTok girlies were not lying about that one. As you're using it, you'll feel like tiny little particles coming off your fingers. Usually I have a lot on my nose area, like it gets clogged up, and I noticed the sebum coming off because afterwards my nose looks so much clearer, and just like my face is cleaner and clearer overall. And the best part about it, because I got it in Japan, it was only $3. Yeah, girl, this was 400 yen. and the refills were like 300 yen. So we actually we stocked up on this, and we actually already finished this bottle, and then we put another refill, and now it's almost done too. It's also because my boyfriend likes to use it. He likes to use my skincare. Let me see how much it is on like YesStyle or Stylevana if you do want to get it here, like from the States. It's around $12. Oh my god, it's times 4? That's insane. But yeah, if you do want to get it, it's on the YesStyle and Stylevana. And for $12, I think it's still relatively cheap for what you get compared to the US brands, you know, like the ones we see in the drugstore. Just know it's not the best with heavy makeup and like waterproof stuff. Another hype Japanese skincare product is this Hada Labo Gokujyun. I don't know how to say it, but it's the premium cream. And guys, this one actually deserves the hype. I love this cream so much. I'm on my second tub right now. I made sure to stock up on it while I was in Japan. And we got it for 1,400 yen, which is around $10. But it's $17 on YesStyle, which is actually quite expensive for like a small tub. I think it's 50 grams. But it's so good. Like, it's so creamy and it just like feels nice on the skin. It's just like very cosmetically like elegant. Whenever I use it, I usually use it at night. I feel like my skin is just like, it's just like slurping it. And this girl on TikTok said that this single-handedly repaired their skin barrier, and honestly, like, I believe it. I don't know, something about this just feels so soothing and calming on your skin. I highly recommend it, especially if you have dry skin. And it's also perfect for winter. I know it's summertime right now, but like, it's so good. Try it. Next, we have another moisturizer from the brand Curel. I think that's how you say it. It's the Intensive Moisture Cream. And you know, it's funny. I realized that this is actually meant for your body, not for your face. But I finished a whole tub on my face and I really liked it. It makes me wonder how like moisturizers and lotions are really just the same fucking thing. Like, it's just marketed differently, but regardless, this is the face version. I'm gonna put a picture up here. I wish I picked it up in Japan too so I can compare it, but I didn't. But yeah, I like it. It's very lightweight. It's more lightweight than the Hada Labo one, but it still feels moisturizing, and they do feel kind of similar. But if you ask me which one's better, I would probably say this one still. And it's also cheaper. I don't know, because this is smaller. This is, how many grams is this? Where is it? 90 grams for, I got this for 1,800 yen, which is around $12. So yeah, I would still prefer this one though. Since we're talking about Japanese skincare anyways, let me tell you what not to buy, okay? Even though I didn't even finish this, it's the Senka Perfect Whip Beauty Foam. And this cleanser sucks. Don't get this. I also saw this on TikTok. That's why I got it, because people were saying good things about it. But we tried it while we were still in Japan and it sucks. Like, it makes your face so dry like the desert. Like, I'm not even kidding. And it also smells bad. And the thing is, like, this is everywhere. Like, this is everywhere in Japan, like in all the drugstores. So I thought this was gonna be good, but it's not. Now let's talk about Korean skincare products. I really only have two, and they're from the same brand. It's the Beauty of Joseon. We all know about Beauty of Joseon at this point, right? This is a pretty popular one. It's the Relief Sunscreen SPF 50. I love this sunscreen so much. I've used so much of these, and I actually just purchased another 3-pack. Honestly, I don't like how I go through these like so quickly, and it's also because my boyfriend likes to use it too. But yeah, highly recommend this if you haven't tried it. People are raving about it for a reason. It's super lightweight, applies like a lotion, like a very lightweight lotion, and minimal, if not like no white cast, for me at least. And I don't make the rules, but we all know that Korean sunscreens are just so superior compared to US brands. But aside from this one, I've also tried the Innisfree and the Biore sunscreen, but I still prefer this one. Now for this matte sunscreen stick, also from Beauty of Joseon SPF 50. I like this one too, but I really only use it for reapplying sunscreen throughout the day, because I know if I just rely on this one alone, it's probably not gonna be enough. And it does give a matte finish, but without making my face look dry and crusty, you know? But I will say I've never tried reapplying it over makeup, so I can't speak to that. But I feel like it would ruin your makeup though, because you're swiping it back and forth, and they said to swipe 4 times on each area to get that labeled protection. So I feel like at that point, your makeup is ruined. So I only use this if I'm not wearing makeup, and I use it the most when I'm on a trip. And usually during trips, I'm not really wearing complexion makeup during the day, so it works out. One thing I'll say about getting Asian beauty products though is beware of fakes, because there's a lot of fake products going around, especially on Amazon. Like, there's so much fake listings there. And honestly, I avoid getting any cosmetic products from Amazon in general, because they can be fake even if the seller is the actual brand you're buying from. yeah, something about how Amazon manages their inventory is just not great. So like one type of product from two different sellers, so let's say this is the original seller and this is like a fake seller, this product can be stored in the same inventory. So it kind of like mixes up. So you never know if what you're gonna get is a real one or a fake one. So yeah, just avoid it if you can. I would recommend getting Asian beauty products from stores like Salvana or YesStyle. I've ordered from them like multiple times. I'm gonna leave a link on the description for you guys. But the thing with those places is shipping usually takes a while. So just know to order ahead of time. Okay, so those are all my skincare empties. Now let's go over some body care empties. Also, hi, it's been 4 days since I last filmed. I've been a little bit busy, but I'm back now. Let's get into it. First, we have the First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub with 10% AHA. I love this. I'm actually on my second one, but the strawberry flavored one. I don't know, it just makes me feel so incredibly smooth. Like, I wish you can feel it. But the real question is, like, does it actually work? Does it remove KP? And my answer is yes. Like, it does help with it, but you have to use it pretty regularly, and it also doesn't like remove it completely. Like, there's still like a trace of like a hint of it. Like, I remember I stopped using it for a while and my KP started becoming more and more noticeable again. And if you're not familiar with KP or keratosis pilaris, I think that's how you pronounce it, people also refer to it as strawberry skin or chicken skin. It's a harmless skin condition that causes these like tiny bumps on your skin, usually like here or on your legs. I have a lot on my legs, but especially like on my calves. It doesn't really hurt or itch or anything. Like, it doesn't really bother me. Removing it is just kind of like for aesthetic purposes. But yeah, once I went back on this after not using it for a while, I noticed my KP started becoming less and less noticeable, and my skin just like started to calm down and it's more smooth. I try to use it once or twice a week if I remember it, but yeah, I would say like it doesn't completely like 100% remove it. I don't know, maybe if you use it more consistently or more often, maybe, but it's definitely a lot better than before, so I'm happy with it. I also like that it's safe for sensitive skin, which is like First Aid Beauty's like whole brand. But I will say, one time I was scrubbing it on my skin very aggressively, I think it's like I was in a hurry, and then my legs were like a little bit red after. But I mean, that's just kind of my fault. Like, it can happen in any exfoliating products, right? And also make sure you moisturize right after, because it can really dry out your skin. I also want to mention, this is the only KP product I've ever tried or used, so I'm not really sure how it compares to other ones. But if you have, let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, so I can try it out after I finish this one. Now for the next product, I don't have the bottle with me, but my friends and I finished one during our trip to Hawaii, so let's talk about it. It's the Supergoop Play Antioxidant Body Sunscreen Mist SPF 50. And let me tell you, this sunscreen sucks. Like, we all collectively agree, like my friends and I, we all said that this fucking sucks. It just gives like a very sticky finish and like oily feeling, like in a bad way. Like, not in like a glowy way, but you can feel the sunscreen on your body. Like, it doesn't dry down like well, you know what I mean? Like, when we tried it the first time, it's literally like, it's been a while since we applied it, and then we went to the car and we're all like, what the heck, like this feels so sticky. We're sticking on to like the car seat and it just feels icky and just gross. Like, you know that sunscreen feeling, right? But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just us. If you've tried this, let me know your thoughts on this, because I feel like people rave about this and we don't get it. Now let me show you a better sunscreen. Get this Coola Classic Sunscreen Spray instead, because this is just so much better. Like, it's so much better. When we went to Hawaii, it was actually for my cousin's bachelorette trip, and this was in our little goodie bags. It was honestly so cute, and we started using it after finishing that Supergoop one. And yeah, this is just so much better. It doesn't leave that oily and sticky feeling. It gives a nice glow on your skin, but again, like without that gunky and gross feeling. Like, it doesn't feel like it's sitting on top of your skin. Like, it just like absorbs, you know what I mean? It has SPF 50, and this is also the scented version. This is guava mango, and it smells really good. But they also have other scents, like let me see, they have pina colada, peach blossom, tropical coconut. They also have a fragrance free version in case you're like sensitive to that, but I personally like a good scent, And I also like that they're very like summer vibes, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna repurchase a full-size bottle for my upcoming trip. Maybe even 2 or 3 of them because it's just that good. If you've tried this, let me know what you think of it. And by the way, it's the same price as the Supergoop one, so might as well get this one. Last but not the least, we have the Kopari Sun Shield Body Glow SPF 50. Not quite done with it yet, but I'm almost there. This is the travel size version. And listen, lately, I've been getting into body oils and I really like that glowy look and finish. So I also bought this for my Hawaii trip, the same Hawaii trip, and it did not disappoint. Let me tell you, it gives the most glowy finish without that greasy, gunky, and like heavy feeling on the skin. Like my skin looked healthy, plump, and supple. Supple? Is that how you use it? Let me see. Okay, apparently supple means soft, elastic, flexible, and resilient. I don't know. Anyways, and it also shows amazing on camera, which I think is one of the reasons why this is popular on social media. And by the way, this is the original one. I was worried it's gonna give like too much of a gold tint, but it's honestly, it's just like a very, very subtle golden glow. But they also have a golden amber and a rose gold version. I think I'm gonna try that one next, and probably a lot more products from this brand, honestly, because their stuff is so interesting. Let me know if you tried any other products from this brand too. My only complaint about this, honestly, is that you need a lot if you're gonna use it for your whole body, because it's a little bit hard to spread. Like one pump doesn't really go too far. Let me just show you. I'm gonna use like a tiny bit and spread it on my hand. I mean, this doesn't really show you anything, but just know you do need a lot to even get that labeled sunscreen protection, and I doubt I'm even using enough. It's really just great for that glow and also for reapplication too. So what I did in Hawaii was spray that Coola sunscreen spray and then use this to reapply. But I mainly use it on my upper body, like my arms and my chest and my neck. But I do want to warn you, it has a very strong coconutty smell. Like, I like it, but I mean, it might not be for everyone. So, but yeah, if you want to look glowy this summer, get this one and thank me later. And when you do try it, go back to this video and tell me in the comments how you like it, or maybe if you didn't like it, that's fine too. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you've been eyeing some of these products, let me know if you've also tried any of these products, if you like them or maybe hated them. I want to know the tea, okay? And if you want to check out my hair care empties review, you can watch this one next. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. But other than that, I'll see you on my next video. Bye!